The library floor. That isn't on the directory. I've always been a bookworm, so when I landed a job as a night shift page at the university's central library, I thought I'd hit the jackpot. The building is a massive Gothic labyrinth of stone and dust. My job was simple: shelve the books left in the drop boxes before the sun came up. Last Tuesday, I was in the service elevator with a cart of old medical journals. I pressed the button for the 4th floor, but the elevator kept rising. It passed 5, 6, 7 floors that don't exist. The elevator finally jolted to a stop, and the doors creaked open to a level made entirely of white marble, lit by a soft, sourceless glow. There were no bookshelves here. Instead, the walls were lined with thousands of glass jars, each containing a single flickering flame. I stepped out, my heart thumping against my ribs. As I walked down the long hall, I realized each jar had a name and a date etched into the glass. I found one labeled with my best friend's name. Inside, the flame was bright and steady. I found another for my mother. Her flame was smaller, flickering gently. I realized with a jolt of terror what this place was. It wasn't a library of books. It was a library of lives. I started running, searching the rows for my own name. I had to know. I turned a corner and found it on a pedestal in the center of the room. My jar was there, but the flame inside was a tiny dying spark, barely visible through a thick layer of gray ash at the bottom of the glass. Beside my jar stood a figure in a librarian's vest, but where their face should have been, there was only a shifting blur of static. "You're reading ahead," the figure whispered, their voice sounding like pages tearing. "The ending is the best part." The figure reached for my jar, their long, paper-thin fingers curling around the glass. I didn't wait to see what they would do. I dived back into the elevator and mashed the lobby button. The doors slammed shut just as the static-faced librarian tapped on the glass. When I hit the ground floor, I ran straight out the front doors and didn't stop until I reached my apartment. I haven't been back to work since. I'm sitting in my living room right now, and the sun is starting to set. I feel a strange, hollow coldness spreading through my chest. I looked in the mirror, and for a split second I didn't see my eyes. I saw 2 tiny, flickering sparks of light, surrounded by ash. I'm not going to sleep tonight. I'm afraid that if I close my eyes, someone, somewhere, is going to reach out and finally blow out the light.